My sister says we should have gotten a gas car. I'm like, nah, man, it's fine. You know, we had an electric car. Everyone's using it now. It's, you know, Tesla's everywhere. I can't charge the car. First, we couldn't find the port. I found the port. Now this thing doesn't work. Now I'm trying to get help. I'm like, is it a touch screen? No. Okay. So push this. What is this telling me? One ID, whatever. Two ID, whatever. Like, how is this helping me? Push this. Puts me back to the main screen. So the help is showing me 1 and 2. Okay. Auto charge available. So it says get the app. I got the app. Scan the code. I just keep getting an error message. I don't know, man. This is complicated.
So I know my seatbelt is not on, but we're also not driving. I mean, you can see it's in park. So I don't know why it's making all that noise. This was my first experience living with, not just driving, but living with an electric car. This is a rental, but when I previously drove cars, it wasn't a rental. I didn't have to charge them. I basically got behind the wheel and I drove for a little bit and that was it. I wasn't involved in any of the process. This being a rental, I was involved in the process and it was horrific. Absolutely horrific. I made a post on my community tab about conservatives were right. Electric cars suck. I didn't mean that literally, but it was a horrific experience. It was such a bad experience that I lost probably an hour or more of sleep, potentially, when you add it all up. It was certainly very inconvenient. So here's the basic thing. We went to pick up a rental car, and it's a thing where you just select whatever car you want. I mean, you're literally in the parking lot and you're walking around and it's like, you can pick any one of these cars type of thing. We saw this Kia, looked kind of cool. We're like, okay, it's a cool car. Let's grab the Kia. And then we look at it, we saw the gauges and we're looking, this looks kind of suspect. Like we see this down there and we see this thing over here. And so we're like, is it a hybrid or what is it? It's like, whatever, you know, let's do it. You know, it's an electric car, it's new. I'm a gadget guy, I love tech. So I'm like, yeah, man. Meanwhile, my sister is like, man, electric, oh, we're gonna charge it and this and that, and then we're gonna, and she's like stressing out and whatever. And I was just like, relax. I said to her, listen, electric cars have been out for a while now. There's Teslas all over the place. You know, we have the infrastructure. You know what I mean? Like all the stuff that you're worried about, everybody else would have the same concern. So obviously the fact that there's so many electric cars by now, they figured it out. Otherwise, how could you sell one if it's that crazy? Clearly, they figured it out by now. It's not brand spanking new anymore, right? I think I completely vindicated. This is not a thumbs down to electric cars that they're stupid and you shouldn't get them. But this is just pointing out some really bizarre stuff that is in fact happening. So anyway, we decided to go with the car. We drove the car. First thing was I think it's regenerative braking. It was kind of weird if you're not used to it. I thought she was driving horrifically because she was driving and it felt like she kept, like no one's in front of us. It's late at night, no one's in front of us. And all of a sudden I feel like she's doing this and I'm like, what is she doing? But I knew she was tired, she's stressed out, she's a mother. So I didn't really say anything. I just, in my mind, I'm just like, man, she's being horrible with driving right now. Then we found out, no, it's regenerative braking. Now that's not a complaint. That's just something you got to get used to. There's ways to get around that. Generally, you don't want to be just lifting off the gas all the time. You want to maintain a steady pressure. So there's ways in the mode, you know, there's sport mode, there's the eco mode, so the mode matters. Fine, not a big deal. But that was the first experience. The craziness happened once we got to the hotel and we saw these, right? Because I was telling her, obviously, there's places to go, right? There's probably going to be some place at the hotel that you can charge up everything. It's not a big deal, relax, right? So we have these charging stations, and I've never used them before. I don't know nothing about using these things, right? Plug in to charge, how complicated could it be, right? Well, that's when things fell apart really fast. So what we ended up doing was, I drove up, and first of all, I couldn't find where to plug in the thing. I'm expecting it's kind of where the gas tank would be, or at least somewhere on the body, along the sides, the back, something. Couldn't find it. It's in the front. It's a little compartment that looks like a license plate holder thing. You just press it and open up. So that was a little weird. Not a big deal. Nothing worth really complaining about. And that's the car, not the whole infrastructure. Anyway, so once I figured that out, I mean, I'm new to this. I'm totally new to this. I don't know how this stuff works. So I thought that you could get free charges, and maybe you do certain places. I know there's a Tesla plan where you get free charges, but it's something you pay for. I didn't know if some of these things were free or not free because I don't know, the hotel's providing it as something for their guests or something. Just like how you can charge your stuff in your hotel room. Obviously, this is taking more juice, I'm sure, what you would be getting from your other. But I don't know, I thought it was free. I thought it was something free. So I thought I would just plug it in and get power. I'm the boomer. I don't know about this stuff, so okay, whatever. So I take it out, I plug it in the car. I'm like, okay, great, I'm gonna get charged. And then I think the screen shows you like it wants you to choose how you're gonna pay or something or whatever. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I keep thinking that it can't be complicated, right? I'm just like, oh, it's free. Just plug it in and you're gonna charge. Nah, you gotta pay. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna tap and pay and I'll be out of here, right? Where do I tap? Where's the tap? I don't see nothing to tap. I'm like, okay, there's no tap. Okay, how's this go? And then I see like there's the barcode thing, and I see right there, I see this guy, right? So I'm like, okay, let's scan the barcode. It's gonna take me to a website and it's gonna tell me what to do or something. So I scan the barcode and it's basically like, hey man, download this app. Now, maybe I'm the boomer and I didn't realize that you could have actually just put my credit card on the website and do it that way. I don't remember, but my memory was that I had to download the app. Like that was a requirement. Maybe I'm wrong, don't quote me on that. Whatever, but still more complicated than like when I go to get gas, you don't need to download an app, right? I can pay with cash, I can tap to pay, I can swipe to pay, right? I can just go and buy gas. And I'm expecting something similar with the electric stuff, especially knowing that there's a lot of people, there's a lot of resistance with certain people about, oh, it's a new thing, whatever. So surely they're gonna make it easy, right? Because you want to encourage people to use electric cars, right? So you can sell them and whatever, environment, whatever, right? Maybe not. I don't know what the thinking is, but no tap to pay. I want you to download an app. I'm like, okay. Every time I keep getting swiped down, it's just this. No, you gotta do something else. It's just gonna be this. No, you need to do this. So I download the app, put in my credit card. I have to set up an account. And then I say to myself, well, it's kind of like just like, when you ride the train, right? You use an app for that already, right? You don't think about that. You download the app and then you pay with the app and you do it all the time. Like, what's the big deal? So now you're gonna have an electric car. You have an app. You use the app. But does this app work everywhere? I mean, this is a company, right? FPL Evolution. So are they the only ones that have power centers in this area? Like, if I go to Walmart, is it gonna be an FPL Evolution? Do they have like a monopoly, or do I have to download another app for another? Like, I don't know, man. But based on my experience, I would wonder if they want me to do an app for different charging stations. I would wonder. I wouldn't be surprised. After last night, I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, downloaded the app. So I'm finally home free, right? Okay, what's the big deal? Everything you said is just like, oh, it's a little new. You gotta get used to it. Like, relax, bro. Right. Click on the thing to charge. There's like 4, like, not check boxes, but check circles, whatever you call them. Little circles that they get filled in as the thing happens. So it's like checking your card, connecting to system. So there's like 4 or 5 of them. It does the first 2, and then it says disconnected. And then you get this error message. I'm like, okay, disconnect from what? I don't know the technology. I mean, is it the Wi-Fi? Is it using my Bluetooth? Is it through the internet? I don't know how it's connecting, but it keeps saying disconnected. I'm like, I got a strong signal. Should put the phone closer to it. Like, I kept trying it. Error message. This one won't give me anything. I try the other one. Let me try the other one. Same thing. Unplug the car, plug it back in. Unplug the car, plug it back in. Okay, maybe there's a help, a phone number I can call, right? You go to a gas station, the pump's not working, you go in, the guy helps you out. He says, no, that pump's no good, go to the next pump, or he activates it, or no, you got to pay inside, right? There's nobody here, it's just a box. There's no phone number on the box. So you're selling electricity to charge people's electric cars. And unlike every other business where there's a thing called customer service, where people are going to have questions, people are going to get stuck. Here, I don't need that. Just put the box there and don't really have much of any instructions on it at all, right? Just, hope that everything works out. If someone gets stuck, well, right? Everybody wants electric cars. It's not like we need to try to make it easy and simple for people. Anyway, while I'm sitting here, I could be getting charged. So let's get the charge. You got these 2 stupid things. Instead of one thing, it's like a top piece and a bottom piece, which I have to remove and then reinsert them like a little puzzle Lego thing. I found that kind of a thing. I really love holding this electric thing while it's raining, but whatever. It's really cumbersome, this thing with the hose, especially one-handed with the video. Like, I don't think I can pull this off. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna happen. I'm using my foot to kind of line it up. I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, it's not a one-handed thing. I kind of got it in. And I still need my 2 hands. Okay, there we go. Connected. I think. It says continue with payment. It's charging now. It gives you the charging time right there. I don't know if you can see it. Hope you can see that. Anyway, so there's no number to call, and I'm just kind of like, what am I supposed to do here? I need to charge up. We did a long drive coming here. I don't know where another charging station is. We're about to go to sleep. It'd be nice if we could leave this plugged in and be fully charged in the morning. I mean, we had decent charge, but the thing is, like with your cell phone, you don't want to get it unnecessarily low, right? Because you never know what's gonna happen. Life happens. Next thing you know, you run out of juice. Same thing like with gas. Just obviously gas stations everywhere, but same thing with gas, right? You definitely don't want to keep your tank low. That's how you run into trouble. You run out of gas, right? Anyway, the thing's not working. It's not working. There's no number, and I spent all this time trying to troubleshoot and figure out what's on and tried a different one, whatever. Everything looks good. It's green, but it just keeps getting the same error message. I'm looking online. It's telling me something about maybe the modem is down or something's wrong with the connection or blah, blah. I think at some point in time I just gave up, and then I went inside, and then I think I went online and did some searching and found out that it actually is a number that they chose not to put on the thing. They actually have support, ironically. And the support wasn't too bad, actually. I don't have any complaints with the support. Just like, why wouldn't you put the number there? Like, a gas station, you have an actual physical person there. You don't have a person here. You have a support number. Then put it on the goddamn charging station. Like, it's like they're not even trying. This is new technology. A lot of people are resistant to a lot of complaints. It rains anxiety. You should make everything just as smooth as possible. That's the maximum priority, you would think. just using your brain, right? But whatever. They figured we don't need to put the number on there. Anyway, call the number. I didn't have to wait long. Lady comes on. I tell her which machine I'm at, and she says she doesn't see that as being online. So if it's not online, then why is it not saying offline or an error message, or is there a sign on it, or the red light? There's a light on top. There's a green light. Why is there no indication that something's wrong with this, right? And she says the one that she sees online is a different number. But here's an interesting thing. When I first came to charge the car, I went to another one of these. There's 2 of these charging stations, and I think I got as far as plugging it into the car and I was about to charge it or something. But then I looked at a sign that was next to it, and it says, designed for disabled access, use last. So I'm like, okay, I'm in a disabled spot. I'm going to leave this all night in a disabled, I can't do that. So I moved it out of that spot to the other one, had the problem, tried both sides, issues. When she tells me the one that she sees that's online, it's the disabled one. I go to the disabled one. I don't park. I guess both of these spots are for disabled people because I see the little white diagonal lines. So I guess technically I'm in a disabled spot. I mean, the sign that says disabled is on the other spot. It's not here. But to my left, I think maybe it is actually that one spot. So maybe you can exit with a wheelchair on either side because there's an extra buffer. So I'm not sure whether this is a disabled spot or not. But anyway, bottom line is, if I had went and used the disabled unit, bot charging station, whatever, I actually wouldn't have had this horrific experience. I would have been able to plug it in. I mean, I wouldn't like the app, download the app or whatever, but at least I would have been able to, okay, app, download the app, and then, swipe charge, choose my card, and then it's charging. Great. Because of me getting out of that spot, I ended up going to a machine that's disabled. Now, here's the thing. We are now a day later, end of the day, and that machine is still broken, and it's green on top. There's no error on the screen. So someone else is going to go there and try to charge up and get the same error message that I'm getting. And there's no phone number to call. Like, they're not even trying. A traditional gas station will have a pump that goes out of service. They'll put a sign on it, right? They'll wrap it with tape or something. They'll let you know this thing is out of commission. These guys, there's no 800 number. The thing's not working. And then are they not going to send someone to repair it? It's just like, it's not working. The screen doesn't say anything. The light doesn't say anything. Nothing says anything. There's no 800 number. It was broken yesterday. It's still broken today. What's going on? Then, as if that was not enough, I go in the hotel room, and luckily, I'm a nerd, and I was actually in bed, and I'm comfortable. I'm getting ready to sleep. I'm tired. Long drive. It's a long day. I'm tired. I want to sleep, and I'm just reading on this stuff, and I find out something that I saw before, but I didn't think about it. It says something like idle charge. I didn't process what that meant, and then I saw it again, and I said, idle charge. What's an idle charge? So I look into the idle charge. 40 cents a minute. 40 cents a minute for what? What? So after 30 minutes of being plugged into this unit and not charging, you're designated as idling, which means they're going to start charging you 40 cents a minute. I did the math, right? Charging with electric is very cheap. I think we did a quarter tank for, I don't know, a quarter tank? Was it like $8 or something? I don't know what. It was really cheap, right? But not so much if you leave it plugged in all night, because I did the math. If I didn't read that stuff, and if I stupidly, because I understand the logic of like, okay, if people can just leave it all night like that, like you're basically hogging the thing. I mean, that's not the case here. I'm the only one I've seen using these things, by the way. I mean, we are in Florida, so I'm the only one that see using these charging stations, so I don't know. So it's not like I'm really holding up a thing, but still, in normal, like, how would that work where people just park and leave their car? But I'm new to this. I'm not like, this is not my thing. Like, I'm not buying a car, so I haven't spent the time to think it through or whatever. So I didn't really get into it like that, but I could see an issue with that. But anyway, it will be amazing to wake up in the morning and realize that I was charged, I don't know, $20 for electricity and $200 more just for parking and I guess hogging the thing. Can you imagine after that horrible night with the thing not working and I wake up to a $200 charge? So, are electric cars, like, do they suck? Is this thing stupid? Are conservatives right? We should just go back to gas? Absolutely not. However, the industry, at least, I mean, I'm not going to designate the whole industry as one company, but the fact that there's any company at this stage in the game that is this, like, sloppy and just, like, don't care, not a good look at all. So I guess I'm going to keep it specific to this company and understand that this is probably not the only company that is like this. So the idea that, unlike with gas, where it's pretty standard, there are gas stations everywhere, there's somebody there to help you, there's a lot of confidence, high confidence you can find a gas station, and if you need help, you have somebody to help you. But the idea that it might be a flip of a coin where I might run into a station like this where it doesn't work and there's no one there to help you and it's unclear. Oh, by the way, I'm telling you about one of the best pieces.
there's a button that says help on it, and I pressed it. When you press help, it shows you the number 1 on one side and the number 2 on the other side, I guess representing the 2 different charges or whatever. And then there's like this long code like AFG92367, whatever, and some other code. It's like a diagnostic screen or something. So the help screen is like a code. It feels like maybe that's something. Ow, the charging station just went unavailable on the left. And the light went red. That's interesting. The light wasn't red before. I hope mine stays on. That's crazy. Look at that. I don't know if you could see that. Currently unavailable, and then it's red on top. See, if that was the case last night, we could have avoided it. We could have avoided, like, if your thing, that's the thing, how sloppy this is. If your thing is so horrible that it's not working and then it doesn't have the ability to recognize that. And also, you call support, so now they know, in case the system didn't let them know, now they know, and they're not able to trigger a switch to where it goes offline. They're not able to send somebody to repair it. They're not able to manipulate the display to say this is offline, like that one did. I guess that was just rebooting. It now says it's good now, so it's green. But yeah, that was the help. The help was just like a bunch of codes, no number to call, and the help button is just codes. What? For a first experience with an electric car, goddamn indeed. Anyway, just want to share that with you guys. This is the Baby Channel. The Baby in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well. So after I finished doing this video, and you saw I started charging it, 10 minutes later, I went on the app to see what the status was, and I couldn't tell. It's kind of not very intuitive, the app, but I was able to figure it out before, and then now I'm not seeing anything. I'm like, okay, this looks weird. Then I go and I check the history, and it says that I charged it for like 9 minutes. But 70%, 9 minutes is enough for full charge, I don't think. It was at 75%. You can't go from 75 to 100 in 9 minutes. But it wasn't charging, so I was actually able to start to charge from my phone from the hotel room, which I thought was kind of cool. But then after I do that, I don't see I don't see something saying that it's charging. I'm like, what's going on? So I do it again and again. I don't see any new records of charging. I don't think it's charging. Why is it not charging? I don't know. I did learn something. The app actually does show you which pumps are available or charging stations are available. So if I was already a normal user in this area with an electric car, I would know that. So I would have gone in the app and right away seen those 2 are not available. It sucks that there's a light on top, which we saw earlier went red, but it's not red for these, even though, so the app knows that they're unavailable, but the machine doesn't show you anything. Anyway, let's see what's going on. And of course, it's raining. We're saving the environment. So it looks like I was actually able to restart the charge, but it's at 72% because obviously it hasn't been doing much charging. And now it's saying 11 minutes since start. I don't think I guess it's been 11 minutes since I restarted it, but I first started this like 30, 40 minutes ago. So I don't know so it did legitimately stop as the app showed, but why I can't see this status? And is this actually working? Is it moving? This is 72, is it going up? I don't know what's going on, man. I'm not gonna take a chance. It still says 72. I'm just gonna stop it and then plug in the other one. I'm gonna use this one and see I don't know, because I don't know. It doesn't look good, man.
We could sit and do nothing. I wish we were bold to just fly away. I don't wanna care.